What's going on everyone, Justgaz here, and with all the controversy surrounding Destiny and the state of Destiny lately, I must admit I'm still really enjoying it. So I thought I'd bring to you today my top 6 best PVE weapons, and in no particular order. We're going to start off with the Better Devils. Now the reason I really like this hand cannon is because it has something that was used a lot in top tier hand cannons within Destiny 1, which is explosive rounds. Now in Destiny 2 this is called explosive payload, but it's basically the exact same thing. This hand cannon is a 140 round per minute hand cannon, and usually landing a crit shot with this weapon will grant you between 610 to maybe 840 for a crit shot, as I was finding on lower tier enemies. I find it's a really good handling weapon to use, good fun to use, and if you check the stats as well, you'll find it's one of the top weapons that's also used in PvP. So it's good in either PvP and PvE. Now it does seem like recently there was a slight buff to hand cannons, and this made the Better Devils a much more deadly weapon to be using within PvE, much more viable for doing the things like raids, nightfalls and heroic strikes. So if you have one of these and you don't use it in PvP, I'd strongly suggest that you give it a go. Coming in second, once again obviously still no in particular order, but this is a new weapon that was introduced into the Curse of Osiris, and that is the Positive Outlook. Now the reason I will pick the Positive Outlook for PvE over a Uriel's Gift will be because of its intrinsic trait, which for this weapon is actually kill clip. Reloading after a kill grants increased damage. Now I'll pick this over high caliber rounds because in PvE high caliber rounds doesn't seem to be too much of a game changer, because you're not really flinching the AI as much as you would a player in PvP. Now this is a 450 round per minute auto rifle, just like all the other popular auto rifles that are used, but I just really enjoy the feel of this weapon, and I feel like with a decent time to kill, it feels very useful and well adapted at handling large amounts of adds within PvE. Now I haven't done anything major like running the Leviathan with this or the new raid, but I do use this on a day-to-day basis when I'm running strikes, public events and any other activities that I may be doing within PvE. Coming in at number 3 would be arguably the best exotic weapon within Destiny 2, and that is the Merciless exotic fusion rifle. Now what sets this aside from any other fusion rifles is its intrinsic perk, which is Conserve Momentum. Non-lethal hits with projectiles make this weapon charge faster until its wielder gets a kill. Now it doesn't make much difference really with low tier adds, because you will kill them with one shot. Now where this really comes into play is when you are in a boss fight. So you'll fire your first round, obviously it won't kill them, so the recharge speed for the next shot is shortened, so the next shot will come a lot quicker. Now by the time you get to the end of your magazine, so before you need to reload, by the time you get to the end, the fusion shot is near enough instantaneous, so that whole first magazine you can dump it off so quickly, and that's what really sets this fusion rifle apart from any other fusion rifle within the game. This is definitely worth that exotic slot that it holds, and it looks pretty good. It does also have a trait which after reloading immediately after a kill increases weapon damage for a short time. Now like I said, you're not really going to be using this on low tier adds, and it's just going to be used for top tier bosses, yellow bars and main bosses at the end of strikes. Fourth up on my list, we're going back to another kinetic weapon, this time with an auto rifle, and this time we are looking at the Origin Story. This is another 450 round per minute auto rifle. Now what sets this aside as one of the best PvE weapons is its intrinsic trait, Rampage. Kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage, stacks up to 3 times. Now for a crit shot with this weapon you are looking at around 184 for one round hitting for that crit shot. Now you make that kill and you get Rampage activated. Next, your crit shot will be, we'll say, about 212. Now you get that kill as well, and then it will stack up to the third time. So for large groups of ads, this auto rifle really comes into its own. Obviously, being a 450 round per minute auto rifle is within that nice archetype of like nice, powerful, fairly fast firing auto rifles. I would say it's the lowest firing auto rifle, but you get what I mean. It still fires quickly and it packs a punch. Now this is definitely one of my favourite PVE weapons. I actually always use this when I'm in the Leviathan. It's very good for large ad clearance, doing damage to the boss. Coming in for number 5, we've got an energy scout rifle, which is the Mananan SR4. Now I believe this is quite a looked over scout rifle. Now what I really like about this scout rifle, it shares a trait with another very popular scout rifle, but the reason I picked this one, I think it's more personal preference. Now I really like this scout rifle because it has the same sharing perk with the Better Devils. It has the explosive payload, which obviously with a scout rifle is absolutely amazing. It's definitely the thing that you're going to be looking for. And I must admit, I do really like the feel of this scout. It feels strong, it feels powerful, it makes a nice sound as well, and it looks pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's a very good scout rifle, and I will pick it over the Nameless Midnight more times than none, usually because I want to be running my origin story or Better Devils, but also I will pick it on the pure fact that because it is energy, you're going to be using a scout rifle mainly against yellow bars who have got a shield, so you want that energy capability to be able to take their shield. So obviously this could be running at arc, solar or void, and so is their shield, etc. So you're not going to be running the kinetic to take the shield down, you're going to be running your energy weapon. So you're going to be using the Mananan SR4, take that shield down, but once the shield's down, it's got the packing punch to be able to take them out anyway. So that is why I would pick the Mananan over the Nameless Midnight. And now coming in at number 6, I'd be surprised if you weren't aware of this one, but Sins of the Past, the Raid rocket launcher, arguably the best rocket launcher in the game. Now there is other rocket launchers that do also have cluster rounds, which obviously make this rocket launcher so amazing, just absolutely perfect for PvE at getting rid of large groups of ads, because obviously if that first shock wave from the initial blast doesn't kill them, then the cluster bombs that spread out will take them out. Also you can use it to, if it slightly misses and it hits like a wall, it will then shoot the cluster bombs out and you can at least get some splash damage off that. I usually use this over any other ones with cluster bombs, sorry, purely because it's got a little more impact to it. It feels better, and also it has the ability, when it's not in use, it will reload itself, so you can fire your round, quickly switch to your primary or your energy, fire some more rounds down, and then by the time you think, oh, I want to rocket him again, get him down a bit more, it's already reloaded, so you can smash them with that rocket again, switch back over to your energy or your kinetic, bang them again with those, and then swap it back over, finish them off with the rocket. So there's not much time to waste having to reload and wait and hide, reload and shoot and hide, etc. It saves time, and it does the job. It is absolutely perfect for a rocket launcher and what rocket launchers should be. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that video. That is just my personal preference, my top 6 PvE weapons that I run when I'm doing Nightfalls, the Raid, Heroic Strikes, anything, public events, it doesn't matter, but they are my personal preferences. Now I would like to know in the comments down below, what are your top favourite PVE weapons that you like to use over maybe any of the ones that I've said. And I mean, if you don't agree with me, then you don't agree with me, but let me know down below. Anyway, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, stick around for more Destiny 2 content. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Toodles.